It's been 6 months since the outbreak. No one knows how it started. Thousands are dead. Birmingham, England. 3 men.
How you doing?
Hello! What's up now?
Trapped. Using a fortunately placed radio transmitter, they tried desperately to get a message to the outside world. This is their message.
I said, we're recording here. Do you want to shut up?
Very shouty today. Better.
And welcome! Welcome to, what was it called?
Don't go outside.
The podcast. I forgot what it's called. Hi, I'm Pete. I'm joined by Dean.
Yup.
And Al.
Yes, Les.
Yes?
Yes.
How you been? How's you been?
How's it been? Well, yes, it's another week. We've made it. Well done, lads. Let's give ourselves a pat on the back.
Woohoo!
It's been close. It's been close this week.
It's been a difficult week. Possibly, I do need to house meeting. Need to bring up.
House meeting. We need a bell.
Yeah.
House meeting. Ding, 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 ding.
Somebody has left some tools lying about.
Right. Okay.
Hammers, chisels.
Why are you looking at me?
Screwdrivers. Just left about by the door. Well, I can't believe Pete would leave it there because that's his trade.
You can believe that I have tools.
I think you've been messing with some of his tools.
Have you been messing with my toolbox?
I had to get a spanner out of the day.
Some of the zombies, the
Who's
walkers,
them?
the
I
wombies,
didn't leave them out.
if some of the wombles get hold of them, they're going to start, breaking windows and stuff,
And then fixing them again.
and then because
Building ladders. If you're trying to fix all those fucking things getting around there,
imagine if zombies got DIY skills
like kitchen fitters,
better than me.
toilets.
But apparently, if you drill them in the head... Oh no, it's live people. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
If you drill a zombie,
If you drill a live person in the head, you can put stuff in it and it makes him zombified. They do that in Haiti.
It makes them dead.
Zombifies them.
Do you mean it zombifies them?
Look it up. It's called the Haiti zombie.
Right.
No, it's not called the Haiti zombie at all.
And that's come from somebody getting a drill and sticking it somewhere.
Yeah. There was a murderer who used to do that as well to try and make... I forget what his name was. I think it was Nilsson.
We're getting wires crossed all over the place here.
Right. Yeah, but I don't think if you do that to a zombie, they
Somebody
become human
at
again.
my work was attacked by somebody with a drill. Walking home the other night in a dark alley. Somebody come behind them and bosh.
I was waiting for that.
But he wasn't.
Yes.
Okay, right. So, Pete,
Yeah.
how you doing?
Okay, you're looking at me.
Yeah, you've usually got stuff to begin with.
Right, okay, this week,
Yeah.
I've been to the pictures again. Managed to get out.
Good man.
Done to the zombies.
Yeah.
Went to the multiplex to see the new X-Men film, Dark Phoenix.
Right.
Which is a load of arse.
Now, it wasn't out of arse. It was better than the last one, which was Apocalypse.
Oh, I really like that one.
Which was atrocious.
Oh, no, I really like that one.
But not as good as Days of Future Past, which is the best one. In my
Is that the
opinion.
one with Wolverine?
That's the one with everybody in.
Yes.
Young and old.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
So this is like basically the Dark Phoenix story from the comics in the 80s, which is Jean Grey realising a true potential,
Yeah.
struggling to control, which basically they did that story in Last Stand. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The really bad one with Vinnie Jones. So it's a sort of rehash of that.
Vinnie Jones.
Oh man, what a shocker.
Just
Do you
spoils
remember
stuff,
that? Do you remember them, 12 months when he was
He's
a
in
thing?
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
For some,
And
did you
lock, stock and...
do you mean that? Do you remember a Royal Variety performance and he come on singing and dancing?
He did McCavity.
McCavity from Cats.
Cats.
What the fucking Jesus was that?
I haven't seen that.
With a big hat,
yeah.
like a zoot suit, like what's his name? Like the mask.
Like the mask.
I've never seen that.
Oh, look it
Oh,
up.
I
It is
find that
awful.
atrocious.
I must have seen
He's a
it, surely.
dreadful, dreadful man.
Yeah. Anyway, luckily Vinnie Jones is not in this.
All right. Then.
So it's Jean Grey's story. And it's okay. It's a 3-star film. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
3 out of 5.
Is it a good ending to the X-Men franchise?
Yeah, but that's another thing. Because you go into it knowing that this is the last one, and they're rebooting it anyway now. Disney and Marvel have joined, and they've got the Fox.
But how can it be the last one when it stops as it's a prequel?
Yeah, but it wasn't meant to be the last one. But like I say, because now Disney have bought Fox and Marvel, have basically got the right to reboot.
End of
But they're going to reboot it and recast it and start again, basically.
Well, do you remember when they did it with Spider-Man? Ooh.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
I think was it the Amazing Spider-Man?
Ooh.
And
Spider-Man had to sit down. Spider-Man,
It's been a difficult day.
oh, that's nice.
yeah, was it Rhino, wasn't it? Was it the Rhino bloke?
Yeah, Paul
And
Giamatti.
he come into it at the very end.
Gladiators.
So I thought he was going to be in again. Gladiators Wolf as
I
well.
like that now because he
I
really,
love my mum.
he really wanted to be in it. They play the role now, Paul Giamatti. So he just as a little cameo.
Right, I'd seen that.
But I thought that was going to be...
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew's
Yeah.
Garfield, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't know it was Paul Giamatti. I like him. He's a good actor.
It's really good.
Because he's in. Have you ever watched Billions?
No.
No, really good program. Completely ruined by somebody called Damien Lewis.
Oh, no, Damien Lewis, yeah.
Appalling ginger actor called
Yeah.
Damien Lewis.
Appalling ginger actor.
I don't like him either.
Yeah, you've got Paul Giamatti, Maggie Siff. Lots of really good.
I don't know who Maggie Siff is, but well done.
Sons of Anarchy. Anyway, it's good.
It's got blank face.
It's about a man who Paul Giamatti is like the Attorney General of New York. Damien Lewis is this sort of multi-gillionaire sort of playboy, Richard Branson figure.
Is it a series or a film?
Yeah, it's a series, but he's rubbish.
I've heard of it, but
It's appalling. It's dreadful.
I remember him being in...
Planet of the
I
Apes.
think the last thing I saw him in was one of the Hangovers, wasn't he? One of the villains in the Hangover 3 or something like that.
I don't know. Oh, he's in the
Paul
first one.
Giamatti, I think he was. Oh, they're great films, though.
Anyway, what about him? You brought him up.
Sorry?
You brought him up.
Who?
Spider-Man.
And I was going to... they got to that end of Spider-Man, put Rhino in. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
the beginning of the next one, really.
They rebooted it, yeah.
But they reboot it again, which I don't get. Is it just because he gets too old?
No, it's because, again, they got the Marvel acquired the rights to do Spider-Man again for the Civil War.
Yeah.
So they recast him as Tom Holland. So them films...
Who is the best one? Definitely.
Tom Holland?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying?
yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Brilliant.
I have to say that.
So I'm really looking forward to the new one.
Far from home?
Far from home, yeah.
Yeah, I am as well, yeah. That's another night.
Yeah. Trailer looks really good.
They do. It's just the fact that, Infinity Wars ended, Endgame, and
It is a tough act to follow.
I feel like I should walk away.
You can't.
I feel like I should.
It's just
It's
beginning.
ended now.
It's just beginning.
Your
And
watch
I've
has
been
ended again.
I've been in there from the start, and
I'm not giving up.
I'll never walk away.
he can walk away with his head held high. And are they going to make it like Police Academy?
What's his name? Fucking...
Bobcat
Goldthwait.
Zedthwaite.
Oh, he's wicked. Was he the one who couldn't speak?
He had the
Oh,
squeaky
he made
voice.
me laugh. He did. Brilliant. I think them quite good films.
I like the first one. So what was your favourite 80s film? Your top 3 80s films?
Ooh. So I've got The Fog. I like my horrors, don't I?
Oh, well, just give it 5 minutes,
I got The Fog.
and someone will come to you.
And The Thing.
Right, try and think, not like horror genres, just like,
Yeah, it's just out there. But like,
Blockbusters.
see,
Okay, number one, straight off the bat, I'm going to say it for everybody, Top Gun.
do you know what?
Top Gun is
Never even into me.
Top Gun is the quintessential 80s film.
It is very, very 80s.
And it is bang on the money.
Yeah.
It really is.
80s Tom.
you disgust me.
It does take my breath away.
No, I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
Yeah.
I think
Okay, give me a film from the 80s better than Top Gun.
better than Top Gun.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
No.
Return of the Jedi.
Oh,
yeah.
Alan.
Yeah, Dave, I've got to...
No,
two good ones here.
No. You're all about the Harrison Ford, aren't you? You know, it's
Well, no, not really. But it's his era, isn't it? Harrison Ford or Tom Cruise was another one who emerged that year in the 80s, wasn't it?
who was in Top Gun, by coincidentally.
But it's not good. He didn't do a good film every time. He's done some good films.
He did a particularly good film called Top Gun. Yeah.
What about Risky Business?
Playing with the boys.
Yeah. Risky Business.
Risky Business.
Risky business.
Breakfast Club. Everyone likes that.
He's on his way into the danger zone.
No, not Cocktail.
He lives there.
Roadhouse.
That's
Patrick
Patrick
Swayze.
Swayze.
I don't give a crap who it is. That's a good 80s film.
Fool.
What?
Actually, I did like Roadhouse.
Thank you.
Yeah. I used to
of the Patrick Swayze triumvirate. Triumvirate. The big three. Dancing Dirty, Ghost, and Roadhouse. Roadhouse is a distant cousin, isn't it? Really.
It is, but I'm sure.
Oh, I like Roadhouse.
Yeah, we know.
It's probably not the best film.
What do you think of Roadhouse, though, Al?
Never seen.
Right, so if you had a list of three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, from 3 to 1,
Okay.
and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
How can it be right or wrong?
Okay.
Can we confer? Is it a competition?
Yeah, good, it's a competition. All right,
What
cool.
do we?
Confer then.
Confer. I think we should confer on this.
All right.
Okay. Back to the Future.
Yes. That's
Yes.
That's got to be on there,
one.
surely.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down.
Pretty much 1 and 2.
It's like quintessential 80s.
E.T.
E.T., yeah.
Ferris Bueller. I don't know whether it's classed as a great film, but a lot of people like it.
He gets right on my wick, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's not one I like.
Both of them.
I'm assuming that a lot of people like it,
Him and his mate.
but it's not on the list.
Is it on the list?
Oh, it's just that. Oh, sorry. I thought you wanted us to match something. Oh,
No.
okay. Okay, Back to the Future.
I'll give you mine. I'll give you mine, right? Number 3, Ghostbusters.
Oh, see, that's a good one.
Now, I think with that, a load of these 80s films, you can't remake them, and they've tried and failed. 2, I'm going Rocky 4.
Yes.
Because we've got all the Rocky tropes rolled up in a big sparkly. There's a song in it, man.
James Brown.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and then my number 1 is Terminator 2.
Ooh.
Daddy and the summer blockbusters.
Yeah.
That's a good one, yeah.
All right then. All right. I'm going to put this out there. Right. Number 3.
Yeah.
Escape from New York.
Yes.
Love that film. My
Yeah.
favourite film
Yes.
for a
Never
long
seen it all the way
time.
through.
Number 2, in second place, best Christmas film ever, Die Hard,
Die Hard.
1988.
Oh, fuck, I never thought of that.
Yeah, neither did I, yeah.
And number 1, as I'm sure we'll all agree, Tom Cruise at his finest.
Oh, shut up.
Top Gun.
Oh no, well, let's have a Top Gun. Let's have Top Gun as number 1.
My number 1.
Any? Just give us one.
Uh,
All right, you give us Back to the Future.
I've given you loads.
Oh no, but you've just been
See, for me,
spitting
again-
them out like a.
Again, The Thing's
Go
got to
on,
be
is it?
one of them for me. I thought that was a brilliant
That
film.
would be if I was going to be other films. The Thing would be my number 1.
Airplane?
Yeah.
Is that 80s?
Right.
Late 70s, early
I
80s?
think it's 70s, isn't it? Airplane. It's about 70, 80s.
Is it that early? Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, you might be right with
Early
that.
80s. Very
Bill
early
and
80s.
Ted, you always like them. didn't you?
I like that, yeah, but I understand. That's, you know, it's a taste, isn't it, though?
So I think
Not everybody's got Never Ending Story.
I've never seen that.
It's class.
Never-ending story.
Yeah.
Lamar, well, it was something
Yeah.
like
No,
was it
we haven't seen
Lamar?
that. It's got puppets. Look, Labyrinth, I've never seen that.
Oh, I love that film.
Yeah, that's,
I used to
love
watch it
it.
all the
that's
time.
another 80s one,
Yeah.
maybe.
But remember, like, when there was a time in the 80s where it was sold with, like, the actor's name bigger than the title of the film. So, you know, like, Schwarzenegger,
Yeah.
big letters, and then it was like, whatever film he was doing, Running Man, or Total Recall,
Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop. Twins.
What about Mark for Death? Is that an 80s?
Who?
That's a Mark for Death. By Steven Seagal.
Mark for Death.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say. Mark for death.
For Death. Mark for Death.
I do talk fast sometimes. Marked for Death.
Who's that?
Seagal.
Seagal.
Seagal, the one with the Jamaicans. That's me 5.
Under Siege. is
Seagal, one of the
best.
Jamaicans. His name's Wesley Snipes.
Superman 2.
No.
That's an 80s film. I love that.
No, but
That's a brilliant film.
You're just naming films now.
Oh, it's a brilliant film.
You've got to decide what your 3 are, not just show off with how many films you know.
I'm not showing off.
no, but I'm talking blockbusters.
Blockbusters.
You know, I want a body count.
Rambo.
One of your favourite films? You're always talking about.
Ah.
This is the drugs.
Aliens.
No.
That's a good film. That'll be on the list, I'm afraid.
It's got a little bit of robots, a little bit of cops,
Robocops.
Oh, Robocops.
Robocop.
Robocop.
Fucking Robocops. Is he on? What is he on?
Yeah, Robocop. That's a good one. That was not on my list. Total Recall. That's on my list.
That's two. You got one more.
Ooh, you can't do that.
One more.
One more.
Yeah. We gave 3 80s films.
No, I've given him. I've said
10 minutes
Back
ago.
to the Future was my third.
I don't know what
There you
The
go,
Thing
then.
was
We're
number
done.
2. And you, oh yeah, you only asked
How
for
can
one.
a list of 3 films be so hard?
Yeah. Particularly when he's already just named 4.
Can't think of anything.
Stop.
You haven't got to think of all of them.
Stop thinking.
See, it's difficult for me because Salem's Lot's my favourite film of all time, but that's just
Oh,
it.
remaking it. Okay. Yeah, film. Salem's Lot, and who's directing it?
Tell me it's Total Hooper.
If he were dead.
I'm going to say
Is
he's
he
dead.
dead?
Definitely
Yeah,
dead.
he
I don't know
died.
he was dead. Top number 1.
Oh, no.
I've got one.
No,
I've got
no.
one. Trading Places.
Any more? Every film
Wow.
you name now, you're going to get a slap
one
across
and
the face. Okay. Every film you name now, you're going to get a slap across the face, even if you name one accidentally.
That's not going to happen.
All right, I'm going to move away from films for a minute before I start self-harming.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you two beautiful, beautiful guys, how would picking a nose get you lots and lots of money?
If you've got golden bogies.
Nope. The golden bogey myth.
Is that being debunked?
Well, you're obviously
Yes.
harvesting for bogies.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Wasn't that a Metallica album?
Harvester. Yeah.
It is.
You're not going to get it. You're not going to get it. It's a ridiculous question.
Is it something to do with that though? Are we close? It's
No,
got to be
not
what
at
you're
all.
pulling out.
Not at all.
Oh my god.
Is this something to do with surgery?
It's something to do with art. So in 1997, artist Jeff Buckley became very perturbed, his words, not mine, by the number of CCTV cameras being put up in our nation's capital. And he wanted to make a statement about this. He wanted to comment on this. So what he did, he came up with the concept of the noses of London.
The noses of London.
And he made 35 plaster of Paris models of noses. Just nose-size noses,
Yeah.
not great big ooters.
Yeah.
You know, just based on his own nose. And he placed them on important buildings around London under the noses of the CCTV systems without them knowing.
Okay.
And he did it sort of, alone by dog. Didn't advertise it, didn't tell anybody he did it. They just started appearing. Now, by 2011, only 10 or so remained. But now there are 7 of them in the West End of London still, and they're known as the Noses of Soho. And you can go and do walking tours around Soho to see them. And urban myths grew around these noses. One being, there's one on the inside of Admiralty Arch on the wall there.
Yeah.
And as the soldiers, horse guards, went through on the horses, the soldiers do actually touch it for good luck. They tweak the nose as they pass it. And there's a myth that nose is actually based on Napoleon's nose, but that's not true. All the noses were based on the artist himself. It's also an urban myth that if you can find the location of all 7 of them in Soho, you can actually win a lot of money. There's a prize if you can find all 7, but that's not true. That's also an urban myth.
So who's going to police that?
Yeah, you can go on walking tours around London and see these. So you go and find people who do these tours of the London noses, and they walk around Soho and the West End and point out all 7 of them as part of a tour.
That's cool. So are they stuck on?
Yeah.
Stuck
No, they're actually
to the building.
cemented to the building. Yeah, but they are actually only the size of a nose.
Yeah.
They're not great big.
What are they made out of?
Plaster of Paris.
And the point of this was
The point of it was an artist commenting on. He was concerned, 1, about the number of CCTV cameras, and 2, he wanted to say, look what's happening under our noses. You know, we're not realising what's happening.
Yeah.
well,
So
what's happening?
it was, the CCTV was going everywhere. pretty much what everything I've been saying for the last 10 minutes is what's happening.
I think it means what's happening now. Oh yeah.
Is that also accompanied with where am I?
Do I drink this?
So, and now I've said before, I love stuff like this.
Yeah.
Stuff that,
Not
because-
random.
just random.
Just for the sake of it
stuff.
things. Yeah.
Stuff, brilliant stuff for no other reason than I want to do this, and I think it's a great idea. So, yeah, hats off to my top bloke of the week. We've not had a star of the week for a while.
Have we?
No.
Yeah, but mine is artist Jeff Buckley, the inventor of the noses of London, and one of the days...
Noses of London. That's what I keep doing that.
Back to the films then. 80s films. So, give us your one. What of your three, what was your number one?
My number one was Terminator 2.
Terminator 2. Al, what was your number one? Oh, Pete, what was Al's number one?
Al's number one was
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. And mine was Top Gun.
Yes.
Okay, so putting them in order.
T2, Top Gun, or Back to the Future. Well, I've got to put them in order.
No, we should put them in order. This is a Monica's lock-in.
But how do you rate? Is it on sales? Is it on...
No, on what is the best
You know,
film? What is
okay.
the most enjoyable film?
Out of them three, for me, the most enjoyable...
Top Gun. Right.
Terminator 2.
I think we're there today at Terminator 2.
Terminator 2, yeah. The best film of the 80s. Was it 80 or wasn't it 1990 or 91?
No, but Terminator 2 was 90... That's a good point. It was later. It
I'm
was in the
sure I
90s.
was in the sixth form at school.
It was,
when
19
that came out.
Is it 90?
It's 90 or 91, that is.
Well, Terminator 1
Terminator
was 84.
1, yeah. Oh, no.
I'm sure
no,
it's 91, I think, or something like that, Dean. So,
What a bunch of wankers.
See if you can get that computer working.
91, mate.
Oh, no!
Oh, wow.
God, it's off the list.
Wow.
We need a third.
This is embarrassing. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This has never happened before.
That's you. You've gone back. We've come back to the 80s thing, and in 91.
Yeah, well, it's a good job
I
because
know.
we walked away from it.
You know, and guys, if you're listening to this, if anybody listens to this, right, and then there's a mistake, do feel free to write in to our email, monicaspod@gmail.com.
monicaspod@gmail.com.
You can find us on all the socials
Wow.
under Monica's Pod, or
Okay,
indeed,
so we're back to the drawing board though, mate. So who had T2? Al.
me.
Okay.
All right, so I'm-
our resident film expert is a decade out.
Fucking hell.
Whoa, I've named 50 films for you.
We've whittled
But
down
anything else you get now is going to be third, isn't it?
I'm going to move up to Ghostbusters. I'm
Ghostbusters.
sticking in Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Ghostbusters, Back to the Future, Top Gun. Now for me, it's definitely Top Gun out of them three.
Who's had the most spin-offs?
What's that got to do with anything?
Merchandise. How popular there was. How big there was at the time.
No, it's how good we think they are.
Oh, in that case, absolutely, we're never going to leave this cabin because I'm never going to vote Top Gun over Ghostbusters.
Yeah, but your dismissal of Top Gun is nothing more than a slap in the face to me.
It's not a personal.
It is though, isn't it?
It's a slap in the
It
face
is.
to-
No, it's because I've always looked like them pilots did playing volleyball, right? And
on.
you've always resented me for it.
No, is it, what film we're talking about? Pilots.
What film we're talking about?
Top Gun.
Pilots. Yeah,
Pilot do you look like?
Any of them? All of them?
Bear. What's your nickname? You got, what was his name? Maverick. Goose. The Bear.
No, I'm like
Where's Bear? Is he still in bed?
I'm like a saucy goose.
I think we'd all like a saucy goose.
You never close your eyes.
Top Gun, not for me, mate. I'm sorry, it's not. I can't do it. I'm with Mal.
Yeah, I know.
I think it should be Terminator 2 is going to be number one, and obviously
in the 90s.
not Terminator. Sorry, Back to the Future is obviously number one.
Okay.
Top Gun is definitely number three.
Right, I'm going to have to throw in a cliffhanger.
Was
What,
it
the-
the 90s?
Mountain climbing film.
Yeah.
It's in the
That were in
90s.
the 80s,
Was
sure.
that the 90s as well?
About 95.
Do you know what I think it is? I think I'm younger than you. I think I'm too young to remember the 80s. So I'm thinking that the 90s are your 80s.
Cliffhanger. Him out of EastEnders was in it.
Yeah, Dan.
Dan.
EastEnders, are you know that? No, he's
The Cockney bloke who he kicks in
Stallone
the
and-
face. Yeah, we know, but we know that.
John
And
Lithgow.
it's about 96, 97.
93.
I wasn't even thinking of Cliff. I wasn't even thinking of that. I was thinking of the arm wrestling one.
Over the top.
Over the top.
Yeah.
No.
But
Or Tango and Cash.
never seen it.
Don't wanna.
Kate Russell.
I love Kurt Russell.
Stallone.
Beverly Hills.
Together.
It's rubbish. It
Beverly
is
Hills
rubbish.
Cop.
Yes.
I said that.
I think we started the conversation again.
Start me again.
All right, it's perhaps we'll chew this over, and we'll look at it another time when we'll confirm that Top Gun is the best film.
Well, I'll tell you what. I've got a hard one for you. All up to
I can see when you
date.
say
I thought
like
it was
that.
just the police.
No problems.
Don't act like
What
you're
is-
not impressed.
What is the best sequel ever made? Because your sequels are usually they used to be pretty
Terminator
crap.
2.
So you still say Terminator 2 for the
Ever.
entirety of films, yeah? Not Rocky 2?
Nope.
Now.
I like that one. That's one of my favourites.
Empire Strikes Back.
Good show.
I know it's not A2.
Yeah. Is it a sequel?
Well, it's after one.
It came after. Well, technically, it came after 4, didn't it? But,
Yeah. But yeah, well, the famous, what did you call them? The triumphants.
Triumvirate.
Triumvirates. You got Empire Strikes Back, universally acclaimed as one of the best sequels. Terminator 2. Mm-hmm. He's better than the first one was brilliant. Second one was just bigger and better, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the 3 is Godfather Part 2,
Oh yes. Which must be an 80s film.
which yeah,
Actually, yeah, there you go. I've never seen it.
yeah. When was it? Godfather about 17?
That was 70 something when it was 77. Yeah.
Superman 2. That's one of mine. I do think that was much better. I like the first one, but I think it was much better.
Is that General Zod?
Yeah,
Yeah,
General
that was
Zod.
good.
Well, it was the best one of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, the best ones are them.
Superman 3.
Oh,
War very good.
it was only worth watching for Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
Before I wouldn't even bother.
4 I haven't seen.
Quest for Peace.
Yeah, never seen it.
Christ, don't bother. Proper tough. Anyway,
So
I think working out a decent sequel's hard because, especially like Blade Runner, it's had to wait this long to get a sequel, and it's shocking. It shouldn't be though, should it? He's had plenty of time to think of it.
The story weren't bad. The idea of the story wasn't bad, but I think with the original Blade Runner, that it was the technology and the whole look and feel of it.
It was, yeah, because it was new. It was futuristic to them.
That's it.
to them.
Whereas it's really difficult to do that now,
Yeah.
because we're not generally blown away by anything. Are we?
it's
There's
seen it
nothing
before,
that
haven't
can't happen in films
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So it's which is why I think the Star Wars films have never really recaptured like the original. Because
it's not easy.
it's never going to be as mind blowing as the opening scene of Star Wars has been voted time after time as the best scene in a film ever. The opening scene where the blockade runner come past, and then you see the jets of the Imperial
destroyer.
Star Destroyer. And you're never going to get that again now because we've seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it.
Yeah,
for
it's
40
true.
years.
It's. I think it's a lot of sentimentality as well because you go back to when you're a kid. You know what I mean, and you get that emotion going on, so it does change it.
Yeah.
Kickboxer 2. No.
I think audiences are, like I say, are blasé as well. They've seen it before. The one big, okay, you did that last time. The effects were awesome. And you see them now moaning about like special effects on films. And you think, what are you moaning about?
Yeah.
Have you forgot what it used to be like?
I mean, how does it get better than what we've got now?
You could see the strings. It's mental.
How do you get it better than it is now? I mean, 8K's come out, but 4K's fantastic.
No, but look at the stop motion stuff of Sinbad and Jason and the Argonauts.
Yeah.
How amazing was that?
Oh, back then that would have been
Harryhausen.
unbelievable.
The
wasn't it?
skeleton army fighting.
Jason the Argonaut.
Yeah,
That was my favourite 80s film.
That's it. But it used to be on every other Sunday.
I don't remember that one. I know I've seen it, but I don't remember that one. I remember Sinbad
Excuse me.
a lot.
You ain't seen Jason the Argonaut?
No, I've seen it, but I can't say it's one that I've seen very often because Sinbad's always on. You never see it on the telly
And they
anymore.
remade it a few years ago, and it was awful.
Yeah.
Didn't they?
Yeah, with Sam, what's his name?
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans. Sorry.
Very similar.
Yeah, it was that.
Yeah.
That group, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well, like I say, I think sequels are difficult to make. Like Salem's Lot is one of my favourite films, as we all know. But the sequel to it was absolutely bollocks. Eating cows, only having a human on holidays.
Eating cows too.
To be fair, people do eat cows. So you're hardly likely to be that.
Well, not
blown
eating
away.
cow, you know what I mean?
Somebody-
sucking the lifeblood out of a cow. I've just realised what I said.
We've been eating cows for a while.
And the point is,
Have you seen that new film?
the first one was absolutely, for me, just scary as... Shut up. You watched it at my flat until 3 in the morning, walked home, and what happened?
Nothing.
You thought you saw kids floating in the fucking trees.
I thought I saw what?
Kids floating in the trees.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No,
You
I
did.
didn't.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. You did.
It's all right. I think the memory of it is better than the actual film. It's like a TV movie thing, innit?
We've got another one. 80s one.
Now let's keep going.
An American Werewolf in London.
Every film of the 80s.
Yeah, maybe I've done them.
Yeah. Perhaps we'll have to be a bit more genre specific.
That's what
genre specific. Genre specific.
I'm going to stay away from like horror films or comedies or.
But they're still films.
Oh no! But the thing
You
was,
mean like a
Blockbuster?
fucking yeah.
Which one of those?
Yeah. Last Action Hero. That was a good one.
Okay, so fucking it's in from there. I've got to go with it. Right. So, what's your favourite movie death?
Oh.
Easy. I'll tell you that straight
I
off.
know what you're going to say. Right.
Top Gun.
Oh no! I'm going to say that.
when Goose jettisoned into the roof of his aeroplane.
He's obsessed.
I'm still broken.
Look at him.
Not as much as Goose
Is
is
it
broken,
affected
to be fair.
He snapped it off.
When he shot into he got caught in a flat spin as the inquiry, fully exonerated Maverick.
Yeah.
Quite rightly too. He was caught in a flat spin, nothing he could do. And when he pulled the release on the eject, he shot straight into the roof and broke his neck. So,
the worst
you know what? I am genuinely choking up here. When Maverick was treading water, I mean, how hard is it to tread water? And this bloke had got his mate a couple of parachutes in the water. He had parachutes in the water. Look what it's like with your jammers on.
Finding them rubber bricks.
In your hat. Right. So yeah, best movie death is either. I mean, and I apologise if you were going to say this. Top Gun or Mufasa.
Oh, now that's a different one as well.
Mufasa?
In The Lion King.
The Lion King.
Yeah. Oh, it's still.
When they all chase him around the.
No, it's when what happens is Scar, the baddie lion, gets Simba, the baby lion, to stand in a gorge, and then he gets the hyenas to scare the wildebeest into the gorge. So the herd of wildebeest, thousands of them, are stampeding towards Simba, and Mufasa, because he's so big and brave, goes and rescues him, but gets trampled to death himself.
Oh, do you know what? I've never seen that.
Yeah, wow, it's powerful stuff, Pete.
Powerful stuff.
You feel the love tonight.
I've got two.
I've heard that. No.
Oh,
No, I've got one. One was made me cry so much. Have you seen The Black Cauldron?
The cartoon.
Yeah, when the dog died, man.
The Disney, innit?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's Disney. The dog dies in it. The little puppy dog. Oh man, I did not like that at all.
No.
Yeah, I can't watch that film now.
Okay.
I was only about 8 when that came out.
And your number two?
My number one.
Or number one?
Number one has got to be a scene in Inbred, which I'm guessing you've not seen.
not heard of.
It's an English horror film.
The British film, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good to be fair.
Is it with the glasses, eh? You made of This Is England.
Yes.
Yeah.
And someone off Emmerdale's in it as well. But it's like about a community in this village. They're all inbreds and they're just weird. And like you get some visitors there. It's a horror movie, you know.
Like a cannibal.
They chase them about.
Cannibal type thing.
Yeah. But there's one scene in that where they've got a guy, or is it a girl? What anyway? Strapped down on the floor, spread out.
Let's not terrify the listeners.
No, it's not. Do you know what? It's not that bad. I've seen worse deaths, but this one really got to me. And what they did was just walked a horse around him, or clipped his head, or clipped his legs, and they just slowly kill him by trampling on him. Wow. Really slowly, and I did not like it. Really effective.
I think I've seen that.
It's a good film. I quite like. If you like horrors, it's a good film.
Right, now the one I was going to mention, I thought you was going to say it before.
Okay.
When you said, I've got one. Robocop. You know, at the end, where he gets all the acid.
Oh,
he burns.
Yes!
And he walks into the road.
Oh, yeah, get it.
Yeah.
And that truck just goes...
Floor squishes him.
And he just washes up the windscreen.
Yeah, actually, to be fair, it's not a good death, it's appalling.
Yeah, but it's all a way to go. But watching it, you go, oh, because I love death, you know, when you cheer.
I love death.
But you know, like, really over the top movie deaths.
Yeah.
I don't like realistic things, but like, with the ones where you can go, way.
Philadelphia.
No, that's it. No, but I got to come out to Schindler's List, skip it.
Philadelphia.
No, I mean, and the other one, which I think is still one of the best deaths I've seen, Hot Fuzz, the reporter,
Oh yeah,
Adam
yeah.
Buxton.
Yeah.
He says meet around the back of the chairs, and he pushes one of the stone
Yeah.
statues,
Pushes his head.
and just as he's walking towards him, it lands and just smashes it into his neck. So he's got no head, and he stands there for a couple of seconds with this big concrete thing sticking out his couch and falls down. I thought that it was such a surprise as well. It was lovely.
Yeah,
funny.
that's a good film.
Yeah.
A lot of the best deaths come off stuff like, what's that series of films where it's weird deaths all the way through? What's it? Final Destination.
Final Destination.
All them films, they've got some good
First,
deaths.
that was a
in
good
them.
idea. That
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like mousetrap, and he just got further and further far-fetched. Like there's a marble running across, and then he drops it. It's
The Eiffel Tower falls.
a can of tomatoes, and it runs out the knife.
They did get a bit daft towards the end, but some of the I think it was number 2 I liked, and some of the deaths on that were great. But yeah, I mean, if you're looking at entertaining deaths, it's different. Deaths that have affected me, I don't well up very often. But stuff like that, I'm very sensitive, you know. I'm a sensitive kind of guy.
Can you imagine?
I could tell.
Okay, so what film always makes you cry? Is it a film that always gets you?
No, I don't think there is now. Once I've done it once, I can.
I've got a bit of a weird one
Well,
that always sort of makes me choke up, and it's a martial arts film called Best of the Best.
oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, the end.
At the end, where he goes and gives his medal away.
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
to the man who
yeah.
killed his brother. No, he killed this boy's brother, and this bloke could have exacted revenge, but would have killed this man.
Yeah.
And didn't, to save a life in defeat or something like that. Yeah,
That was quite a good film.
it's Julia Roberts' brother, isn't it?
Eric Roberts,
Eddie
yeah.
Roberts, yeah.
Yeah.
And what's his pen?
Chris Penn.
Right.
Yeah. God rest him.
That's it. I don't remember who else was in it.
Nice guy, Eddie.
There's a lot of film talk today. It's good.
Yeah.
Very movie-centric podcast. If only we had a telly in the cabin. Could watch some of these.
Some film.
That's what I've got to remember back to 91. My favourite 80s films.
Okay, so we've been talking this evening mostly about the movies, about the silver screen,
Yep.
which is always nice. But I just want to bring it back round to the real world.
The real
Yeah.
world.
The real world is beautiful. It is beautiful. Full of zombies.
Pretty horrible.
Full of zombies
down,
that wanna
right?
eat your brains. but it's still beautiful. You know, in a beautiful
When
way.
you can get out there.
So
I've heard, by the way, just a bit of news, that if you wear a copper hat, they don't want you.
a copper's hat.
A hat made of copper. Yeah, they don't like it, zombies.
Okay.
They can't smell any brains on you. You can actually walk around with them. It blocks them. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
No.
Honest, yeah.
No, really? You're not
Listen.
an actual scientist.
Listen,
I'm
I
surprised.
told you I have an IQ of 66.
I'm going to shock you.
And I've told you 66 is an IQ, the same IQ as cheese.
Oh, come on, man. 66 to 100, isn't
It
it?
isn't. It isn't a percentage.
I thought you meant up to 100.
No,
What's it go up to?
it doesn't. It go up to. It's limitless.
Oh.
Yeah, I think the average IQ is about 120 to 130. Over 130, you're starting to get clever. 150, you're looking at sort of super smart scientists.
It was 166 then.
No,
Fucking hell.
because you'd be like a lecturer in applied physics at Cambridge.
But as it is, 66 is about hedgehog.
Yeah. But like a thick one. Not,
Do you know-
not a really clever
Dropped
hedgehog.
out of school, covered in
Do you know-
tattoos.
Yeah.
Have you seen the news? Is it today or yesterday?
I read the news today.
I know what you're going to say.
Justin Bieber has offered out Tom Cruise.
Justin Bieber has offered out Maverick.
Justin Bieber.
Talking of Top Gun. Why this don't come with me when we've been talking about Tom Cruise for the fucking hell? I don't know. Justin Bieber, Pop Scrotum, Justin Bieber has offered out Tom Cruise
Papa Scrotum.
Pop Scrotum.
Was he one of the Smurfs?
Pop Scrotum.
I thought you said Papa Scrotum. I thought, why is Tom Cruise known as Papa Scrotum? Okay, I'm with you.
AKA.
So apparently, yeah, he's offered Tom Cruise out to a fight in is it a cage match?
Oh, no, you want about the
Oh,
octagon.
like UFC.
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
And he says, and if he doesn't fight me, he's scared or he backs down.
Yeah.
He just showed the world that he's scared. Well, Justin Bieber.
Why? What's going on with
I don't
Justin
know.
Bieber?
He's seen. I think he's watched Top Gun. He's got his fucking dander up. He said, "You know what? I'm going to bring that bitch down."
Well, he clearly hasn't watched Top Gun.
Because he knows.
Because if he had, and he saw Tom Cruise in his whites,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? There's no way he'd offer him out. I wouldn't.
No, he might check him out.
But he should school him.
He should school him.
Absolutely school him.
He won't though, will he? Because he's a kid.
But one, what's got into his head?
Yeah.
Two, why offer out a man more than double your age?
Tom Cruise is about 60
He's in
now.
his 50s now. What are you offering him out? And he's still kicking his ass anyway. Have you seen
He
him?
would. Yeah.
See the shape of him?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's good for his age, isn't
It's fantastic.
he? Dean.
Thanks, mate.
Tom Cruise.
Cheers.
Yeah, but what's the beef with Tom Cruise? Has he
I
done
don't know.
something?
Yeah.
I think everybody's a bit mystified. But Justin Bieber, because he's a cunt,
He ain't right, is he?
No,
he's always doing weird stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And saying weird stuff, and he's an audible little shithouse.
Yep.
He's one of Jeremy Cole's rat bags. Right? He should be on there. He's a rich, spoilt rat bag. Rat bag? Yeah. A fucking rat bag.
Well, Brandon used to say that.
Yeah, since we've had colour telly, the word rat bag.
It's lacerated. He is. He's an horrible pet. I don't know why people like him. He spits on his fans.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
He was at the balcony and all the fans was taking his photo and shouting for it. And him and his mates was laughing, just gobbing on him. Off balconies.
And they still come back for more.
And he's like just a fucking
Yeah,
arsehole.
he is, yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so what celebrity would we challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think, yeah.
No, I think I've got this. Victoria Wood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you?
I think
I
I
don't
would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd challenge her.
I'll fight her.
Take it down. In a cage match.
In a cage match.
Is she on a piano?
Yeah.
Or standing up?
See, that's the thing. Because I did. God rest her. She's no longer with us, is she, Victoria Wood? So, yeah, when she was alive, obviously, I'm not weird. But I thought she was a really good comedian and really funny, but her singing, that horrible, can't do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
That's it. It's something completely unique. I've not heard anything like it.
Yeah.
That sort of, or just it's
on its time.
They give you that feeling that you
Yeah.
need.
So I think what it's more likely to be, I'd let her sing that song or the song she did on the One Cal advert in 1974, and I'd just sort of walk round her giving her jabs.
Or you just slam the lid of the piano in and break your fingers.
No. Queensbury rules.
Jam her to death. What if the great soprano jumps in and knocks you out?
Oh yes, I'm the great soprano. Why he never did that, I don't know.
Al, any celebrities or...
It's got to be Mrs. Brown, off Mrs. Brown Boys.
Go on, this is getting a bit...
big woman
a
beater.
bit DV.
No, he's a man, really, isn't he? He's a man, really, it's Mr. Brown.
Yeah.
Mr. Brown.
I can see you a pair of cowards.
Picking on old women.
Oh, you got Stallone.
Do you know what I had?
Go on.
Roy Castle. Right?
What's the matter with you two? They're both dead.
No, 60s. 60s Roy Castle. I
60s Roy Castle.
Quite an even
I
match.
don't know, mate. He's got some lungs on him.
That's what I mean. I think he was
With
quite
that
fit.
trumpet.
I'm talking up the Khyber era, Roy Castle.
You'd have Roy Castle right
Right
up the corner.
I know he played the trumpet, not the trombone, but the joke worked.
Yeah, better.
I can't see that.
That is when I was a kid, one of the funniest scenes I remember as a kid is, I think it's Carrying Up the Khyber, yeah, because it's Roy Castle, and it's a scene where they're bombing the embassy,
Yeah.
and they're all pretending that nothing's happening except Peter Butterworth.
Yeah.
He doesn't know why everybody's terrified,
He's crying.
and he's really scared and trying to hide under the table. And everybody's just kind of eating, covered in plaster. Foods, whatever. I remember that because obviously that film was on like twice a month.
That was a good film, though.
Yeah. So I'm surprised we've not done anything on Carry On.
Yeah, you'll have to do
It's lost to add, the generation.
They don't show it now. It used to be on, like you say, every week, hadn't it?
It's still on. They still have them on, but it's always the same three. They just keep replaying the same three.
Because
you never get
be
exposed.
They're not very PC, are they? I think some of them are a bit problematic now.
I suppose there might be a homophobic.
Well, there's
element.
the homophobic. There's like all gays are like comedy figures to be laughed at. You got Sid James, well into his 40s, lusting after like 16-year-old
true
girls and beauty queens.
He got him though.
Schoolgirls.
He got him though.
He got him. What a guy.
That's all right.
Yeah, because that's the message you want to send out.
Not the 16s. I've just realised.
Did he? He didn't get him. His wife always like caught him at club.
Yeah, didn't he? Dolly Parton, not Dolly Parton. With the big
Barbara Windsor.
Babs. That's it. Yeah, Babs.
Fucking Dolly Parton.
Not big Babs.
Carry on, care boy.
Carry on 9 to 5.
Yeah, so I think as the years go by, I think we just feel less and less of these like 70s. I mean, most of the 70s sitcoms are untouchable.
Oh Christ, yeah.
Like Bless This House and
I don't really remember that.
Death Does Part and all
Yeah,
that.
well, that's gonna be.
That's completely.
And
Benny
but then
you'll never see again.
but you say that, but then you got Faulty Towers, which they do play quite a lot, and that at times has got bits in it.
There's racist language in it for the top that you wouldn't be allowed to do now.
Well, he's going through a Twitter war at the minute, isn't he, John Cleese?
Yeah.
Something about racism, about something.
It was London, wasn't it? He said London's not London anymore.
But anyway, I think he just down now. When to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
And just like.
It's probably best not to say these things.
I saw something really sad actually the other day. It was Michael Palin I saw an interview with him, and he got some photos with Terry Jones.
Yeah.
Terry Jones has got quite bad dementia, and he was round there, and he says he's still kind of with it. He's obviously not the same. He's not himself.
But these photos of him now, or
yeah.
And everything.
All right. He says he's okay and he's kind of well, but he's clearly, as I say, not Terry. Not.
you
Terry
can see
Jones.
it in his face, like.
And that for somebody who's done so much, who's had that. I mean, dementia and Alzheimer's, he's cruel anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
That the only good thing about it, or the only perhaps positive, is that the sufferer doesn't know they're suffering. I suppose.
That's what I was just about to say.
It's sad for everybody else, but when you've done, when you've invented the Monty Python and you've written these films and
musicals,
and that's it. And same as Terry Pratchett. I mean, I wasn't really a fan of Terry Pratchett, but it seems doubly cruel for them to have not been able to do that or not even remember it. Yeah.
Anyway, on a lighter note.
Yeah.
You see in the news, there's something on the news, like a woman, say this thing, a woman had an accident, hill walking, I think, somewhere. I don't know where she was.
Up a hill?
Up a hill. Yeah. And I think she was trying to do the 3 peaks somewhere.
Right.
Had a fall.
The 3 peaks.
3 peaks.
Is that why you're watching it? Your name was going to get called.
Miley's Mound.
Anyway, she had a fall and had to be airlifted to hospital. So the helicopter lands, put on a stretcher, helicopter takes off.
So this was a long fall?
No, she didn't fall from the helicopter.
No, I mean, it was a long fall, so she must have broken bones.
I don't know where she fell from. It all rolled. She could have rolled anything.
Well, it must have been a serious fall, mustn't it?
Yeah,
Because she needed a helicopter. Yeah.
I don't know, he's surmised. It must have been a long fall. Just could have said in a helicopter. Anyway, so it takes off and it's like the stretcher's dangling on a rope.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, slowly, it starts to turn and it starts out and you hear the pilot's going, oh, yeah, we got to spin.
No.
Anyway, and it's like
Just like that.
spinning.
Yeah.
And then it takes off the helicopter, but this stretcher just starts spinning faster and faster and faster. And then you think, and he says, oh no, and then so he has to lower, he said if I lower closer to the ground to try and slow this spin.
Yeah.
But it just makes it worse, and it's just like spinning and spinning, 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 spinning.
Really?
Until it's that fast, you think, she's either going to fly out this stretcher like a fucking...
I got dog in the
like a hot dog. Yeah, but it's that fast. And then for the second, she's invisible. It's going that fast. She's like,
It's like through the propeller.
exactly. She's like
Pushing the helicopter up.
I was going to say, she could have flew herself to the hospital. Honest, but it was getting out of hand, and there was no way she couldn't control it. They couldn't control the spin. It just couldn't. So So eventually, just
They
thought,
must have been panicking.
oh fuck it, just take off. They just carried on, dragging his spinning stretcher with it. Eventually, I think they landed, put her in an ambulance, and then got her to a road, put her in an ambulance, and then took her to hospital.
Was she injured in any way?
But, well, apparently she says she ain't right. So he's been in bed for 4 days. Could have just these too dizzy to stand. He said the blood must have just rushed to her head. I think it's hurt her eyes, her head.
How come then Felix Baumgartner, when he jumped from the moon, or whatever he did,
Did you for the moon?
someone like that. No, he didn't jump to the moon. He jumped from the moon. Didn't he start spinning?
Yes.
But didn't he get into like a... Because I remember... Because I watched the whole programme, the whole sort of preamble.
A flat spin.
Yeah, a flat spin. Like,
Yeah.
what killed...
Not good.
It's weird because it didn't start straight away, but he was all right.
He did.
And then he just
build
started
up.
going, didn't he?
But I remember them saying one of the worst things that happens, something we're really concerned about, is if he starts to spin.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Because it's possible he won't be able to stop.
He might boomerang himself back up there again.
But he'll just be like stuck in an orbit. Like he'll just be permanently going around the earth.
It's not one of those things. Is it a sycamore? The helicopter.
Like a
plane,
helicopter. Yeah. But he did start, didn't he?
Yeah, he did,
start
yeah.
to spin.
It got quite bad, if I remember right.
Yeah. And it was my understanding as well. You know, I was talking recently, in a recent episode of Don't Go Outside, the podcast.
Yeah.
We were talking, you know, you hear something and you know something for a long time as fact.
Yeah.
It's fact.
Yeah.
And then one day, it's complete bollocks.
You realise.
I always knew for a fact that, you know, if you spun round and round and round and got dizzy, if you spun round and round the other way, you straighten yourself up.
Yeah, he sort of counteracts the effect.
No, that's not true at all.
Is he not?
No.
Well, do you know, like ballet dancers when they're spinning?
Yeah.
Don't they sort of do that? If you go into the right, every now and again they throw their head to the left to sort of equalise the fluid in the ears.
No, I thought
Equilibrium.
I think that is a thing. So if you're spinning, like
Stands
to the
the
left,
chance.
Yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it?
yeah, and they keep flicking their head to try and
I
balance
think
the.
we'll
ears.
have to get a brush.
No, just look at the end and.
And I am not doing that.
Well, I'm not sure we'd know the difference if you did it. You're always kind of dizzy.
Yeah. With them big ears.
Well, so moving on from the helicopter lady.
Amazing spinning woman.
Yes. Who I hope is all right.
She's not
spinning, by the
amazing,
way.
she's injured.
Spinning Jenny. That's what we call her.
I've been mostly entertained these past few days by somebody, I think it's Victoria Derbyshire, presenter.
Yeah.
Talking on some newsy chat magazine show.
Yeah.
Right. About, I presume, the Conservative leadership race, our next Prime Minister.
Right.
And she does inadvertently call, well, she gets the name mixed up of one of the sort of people participating. And I'll just say, his name is Jeremy Hunt.
Ah. Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's not a mistake you want to make.
Yeah, and she does do the obvious. Well, yeah, she does go. And who says that? Jeremy Cunt. I'm sorry. But the funny thing is, if she'd have just gone, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," and moved on, that would have been it. That would have been a funny story. Do you remember when she said "cunt"?
Yeah.
Right. And she's sacked. See that homeless woman? But,
is she the one that says cunt?
What time of day was this broadcast?
I'm not sure actually. It was
I don't think it matters.
a day.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Because
It
watershed.
does, yeah, there's watershed things, isn't
I think it wouldn't be so bad after 9 o'clock, but I'm assuming Victoria Derbyshire
No, I
was
think
probably a Sunday
it
morning
was an afternoon.
politics
Yeah.
kind of show.
But the thing that is kind of, I'm not sure whether it's sat right with me, she says, it's normally men that say that. I've never said that before in my life.
Oh, just to like.
And that to me seems to have made the whole thing
That's no excuse.
10 times worse.
Yeah.
Well, exactly.
You know.
That's like hashtag not me too. You can't reverse it, can you? That's sexist. What?
So yeah, it's like, you know, when somebody does something embarrassing, and rather than owning it, if somebody trips up,
Yeah.
in the middle of the town centre, I think the best thing to do is to stand up,
Yes.
acknowledge the crowd,
Yes.
thank you, and move on.
Yeah.
If you try and, do something or try and catch yourself in a stumble and turn it into a little jig, something like that.
Not me at the pub.
Yeah.
Or if you fell over and you're going to, sorry, it's normally old people who fall over. Pointing it. When she was on that panel and she said that,
Yeah.
there were three men sitting in front of her, and not one of them go, hang on, excuse me. I don't say that all the time. Why have you just...
I've never called somebody cunt on telly.
It's an easy thing to do.
Has that been brought up? Is the problem with that the word she used, or is the problem with that?
To be honest, it's not a problem for me at
No,
all.
it's quite funny. I think, yeah.
It was, if she'd have just moved on and said nothing, if she just said, "Oh, I'm really sorry," and moved on, it would have always just been a little funny and finally story.
So there's no need to say, "Oh, I'm sorry." Well,
It's normally men that say that.
Men say that.
Yeah, you can't say that, because if we'd have said it's normally women that say that, we'd have said,
I've never said that word before in my life.
But it could just be that perhaps it was embarrassment got the better of her and she panicked.
Yeah.
And thought, I better do something to justify calling the next
It's
potentially the next Prime Minister a cunt.
She's not the first person.
No,
To have called him
Of
that.
course, if your name's Hunt,
Yeah.
and
I've
you're
said
a
it
politician, yeah.
And he's...
I couldn't pick him out of a lineup. Surely Boris is going to be the next Prime Minister.
Wow.
He is.
Fucking hell, no.
He is.
Yeah, I do, but just for pure comedy value.
I think it'd be funny.
Like I says, if there wasn't so much going on with Brexit and all that, if it was just a normal general election, give him a go.
He's the one who'll sort it out.
Will he now?
He will. He will take no messing off anybody.
Yeah, but he can't lie straight in bed.
Why?
Because he's a fucking...
what?
He's everything. He has lied, but since he...
Look, I'm no fan of
Courage
Boris
of
Johnson.
horse.
I don't.
He
and
just
I'm no
says
fan
whatever
of
will get him off
politics.
the hook for that 10 minutes. To get him out of that interview, he'll say, oh, yeah, blah, 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 just to get out.
Has he?
Yes.
I'm not arguing with you. I just didn't know that. I thought he
I
was
don't know that, yeah.
famous for being kind of straight talking, and that's what makes him a bit. He's not a politician.
That's what I'm saying. He's famous for talking,
Yeah.
and he will say anything to get him out of that interview.
He tells you what you want to be.
Oh, see, no,
Isn't that all politics?
No,
Isn't
I
that all
thought he was the
politicians?
opposite. I thought he didn't care what you thought of him.
Yeah, that's
He'd
what I
say
thought. Yeah,
was
that's the
right.
impression I get.
He's
So
very, very savvy.
if he gets,
Yeah, definitely.
if he gets the Prime Minister job, is he just seeing out her term before
Yes.
the general election?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, right. So it's not basically in for 4 years.
No.
Basically, this is for the leader of the Conservative Party.
Yeah. If you remember, nobody voted in Theresa May, did they? Because it was.
I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, we voted. The Prime Minister that was voted in was not James Cameron, David Cameron. David Cameron was voted in, and then after the Brexit, because he didn't want the Brexit, he resigned, and Theresa May took over.
I don't remember now. I don't keep up with it like that. I really don't.
No, I don't care.
You know, he doesn't. But I'd like to see. I think Boris Johnson, for me, he's got the most about him, and he does look a bit more genuine.
He's had
than
his
all the
haircut,
others.
and he's had a bit of a haircut this week. That
I like his style. I think he's funny. But yeah, he's not the sort of person you want really running the country. But just for a short while, it'll be a laugh.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting dark where we are over here.
The moon is high in the sky.
And so what we're going to do, we're going to sort of save a bit of electricity, fire up the old TV and watch Top Gun.
Christ on a bog.
So from our very own goose, Peter Maley, we'll say goodnight.
Oh, here we go.
No, it's...
From Jester, Alan, who says... And from me, the original Maverick, except for Tom Cruise.
Have you got a thing for Tom Cruise?
Or
I'd like to...
James Garner. Or Mel Gibson.
Remember, I feel the need for speed. See you next time.
Don't go outside.